Oh, hello, people. Didn't hear you come in. Thanks for joining me. Today, we're doing something just a little different. We're celebrating the viewership of our channel. And I'm just amazed at who we have watching. I'm flabbergasted. Only about 60% of the viewership of the channel is from the United States. There are viewers, in addition to the United States, from the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, Germany, France, Netherlands, Brazil, Italy, Vietnam, Russia, Spain, New Zealand, Poland, India, and Hungary. And I can't thank you people enough. It's amazing to me. Thank you for watching. And I hope you're getting something out, at least enjoying it. Another thing that was pointed out to me by YouTube is that 88% of the people watching this channel are not subscribers. Subscribing is easy. All you have to do is, that little red button right there. You just hit that little red button and you're subscribed. Costs nothing. You won't be getting emails, or you won't be put on any lists or anything like that. And it just adds to the value of the channel according to YouTube, is basically all it does. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. I really appreciate it. Now today, talking about the channel, we've run into a little snag with the track layout. It was pointed out to me by two different viewers in comments, that I was using super elevated curves. Now these Kato curves, a super elevated curve, what that means is that there's banking in the curve. And the problem that creates is not in the bank curve, but in the adjoining track sections. If you have a straight section coming into a super elevated curve, the tracks don't line up exactly. So in order to do that, you have to use what's called an easement. It's another short curved section of track that takes that elevated curve on one end that you plug into the super elevated curve and rolls it flat so that it can connect with a straight section properly on the other end. So I wasn't aware of it. And thanks to the comments from the people, I looked at it, and sure enough, that was a problem for me. So especially in the area of the crossover, I needed to get that rolled back flat so that crossover would function properly. So I had to add a couple of curve sections in there, and on either side of the crossover, I had to add those easement sections so that those curves would fit properly. So in doing that, it caused all kinds of other changes. And so here's where we are today. Our road experiment is working well. I've just hit this with a little sandpaper. It's great. Now I tried something else over here, and you see this is still a little soft. One of the problems I'm going to have, I've got to make sure that I do, it's drywall compound. It has to be applied very thin. And here, I put it in a little thicker, you see, and it's cracked, and this is still soft, and this was done 2 days ago. So it doesn't sit well if it's very thick. So I'm going to have to be careful to do it in thin layers, and it'll be fine. And because I'm liking this, and as I take a sanding block and I sand it, you see it's actually giving me a nice well-defined, well, on this side anyway, curb, sort of. Well, I need to sand that down a little bit. But anyway, you see, I think that's going to be fine. It's going to work well for the city streets. Track plan has changed considerably, and the reason why, one of the reasons is I had some comments about this is a super elevated grade curve, which basically what that means is that the rails are canted. They're basically to give the appearance of having a banked curve. In order to make those work out well, especially with this crossover here, you need to take this banked curve and roll it flat, which is what this piece of track does. Same way over here. This is a banked curve, and then it rolls flat to here. So that on either end of this crossover, there's flat connections, so it makes it for a smoother connection coming into the crossover. So with that, I had to change track plan quite a bit. You see now, if we look over here at where the power plant is, the power plant is actually moved again. Excuse me for walking in front of the camera. The power plant has now moved. It was turned this way before, now it's turned on another angle. And what was a turnout back here with another turnout with 2 tracks coming in here is now this turnout has shifted in this direction, and now there's only a single track coming in here to serve the power plant in this little industrial building. And so that's a change. I still need to reconnect this flex track here. Of course, that roadbed will be cut off and come into this track here. That'll work okay, but I need to get around to doing that. So also if you remember how we came into the yard area, or to the station area before, there was a piece of curved track here, double track, and then it went to single track and joined in there. Well, because of that change in that curve, I had to readjust this, and so now the turnout that comes into the station area is here, and the other turnout is here. So this curved section that was here is now gone, and that's changed. So the actual length of the station siding has been reduced. I don't think that's going to be a big issue. But anyway, so that's changed. This is basically the same as it was, so not really any change here. I think I may have had to remove a couple of a straight section or something there. But that's the changes in the track plan. Now, highways. The street, as I say, the main street is laid out just like it was before. Let me check to see what you can see here. Yeah, we're okay. So the main street is the same, has not changed, but you see now I've drawn some sketch lines in here for basically a 2-lane road that goes around the edge of the layout here. I'm going to have angle parking in front of these buildings right here. Okay, where was I before the phone call? Talking about streets. The main street is the same. We're now going to have this street here, as I said, and it's going to come around to right here, and I think this is pretty well set, that this is going to be a cross street, and this street is going to continue off the layout similar to what we do here. So we're going to have a bridge coming across here going off the layout. Also, and I'm not sure exactly what, this bridge is going to come across maybe to somewhere about here, and then there'll be a road going over. This will be basically built up to the same level as this for this manufacturing building to sit here. And so this bridge will come to here, and then there'll be a road going over here, and then the road will continue off the layout, actually. I think we might also have another bridge crossing here and coming over to, basically this will be the same level. Or maybe this road will go around and down. I don't know. But this will definitely be a bridge across the tracks here. So this will be a cross intersection here, four-way intersection going that way. The rest of these buildings layouts still needs to be finalized, but we'll see. I don't know. I need to work that out and get these roads laid out. The other change that we've made was, excuse me for walking in front of the camera, was I initially thought that there would be basically an alley that came around behind these buildings here. I've now nixed that idea, and instead, and then there was going to be a road coming this way that was going to come down through a cut down to grade level. That was creating a problem, and one of the problem that was creating was that I wanted to have an at-grade crossing to come across to the train station and to the power plant and to this little building here. And with these turnouts and the multiple tracks, I was trying to figure out how to do that and make it reasonable, and it just wasn't working. So what I've decided to do is to forget the idea of having this cut here, build the rest of this back up to about the same level so I can increase the amount of terra firma in this area here, and so this will all come out pretty close to the tracks right along here. And I'm now going to have this bridge come across here, and you see I've actually taken two of these larger bridges and narrowed them because I just want this to be basically a two-lane road coming across here. And so I did this yesterday, just cut those apart. I've got them held together with a clamp right now because I wanted to finalize how they're all going to come together. This is going to be cut down into the foam like that is, and so it will probably just begin right about here, and then the bridge will come across, and I'll build up with foam here, so it'll basically hit in this area here, and then the road will go down a hill to the station. May also have an industrial building here. I don't know that yet, but anyway. So I still need to finish the construction, the modification, if you will, of this bridge and how it's going to be supported. You see, I've got this sitting here right now just to hold it up so I can get an idea of how that curve is going to work. I think that's going to work out okay. And then I need to figure out what to do with this part of the town. I got to do something with I want to do something with the bus station, but I'm not sure that's where it really should go or not. I don't know. So that's what's going on. I think everything is back to being a complete mess. I've decided that this is one of those cut down bridges too, like that, only it's just a straight section. I actually built that bridge to come across here, and so I'm using it right now to visualize what I want that to be. And so that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this bridge will actually come up to this grade level right about here, and so there'll be a bridge come across there basically on a hill going up to that. Maybe that will fit there. No, that's too big. Anyway, neither here nor there. So that will bring this road out. I can actually build this back up. I can get more ground area now with the power plant on this angle, so this can come out more, and I can build this up and have more room for the roadway here, and also give me more room in this area back here. This is going to be pretty cramped. My thought was to have basically a cul-de-sac street in here for this residential neighborhood. I don't know how that's going to work, but that's where we are. Things are changing drastically, and it seems like every time I think I've got something done, it changes something else. I don't know. Well, there you have it for today. I apologize for the camera angles. I should have moved the camera around during those shots, or a lot of those shots. I don't want to jitter the camera around, but you know, I got to change camera angles. That's obvious from those videos. One of the other things I've been thinking about here is I think we need a name for this railroad line, and I'm kind of thinking that Newbie Mountain Railroad might fit. And let me know what you think. If you have any ideas that might be a catchy title for this venture. But I've also I've been kind of fiddling with a logo for the NMR. Where's it? NMRR. RR. Railroad's only one word, but I see RR standing for rail. Anyway, neither here nor there. So that's it for today. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. Thank you for all the subscribers, and thank you for watching. Let's see what's going to happen.